So today was butcher day for my meat chickens. It is the end of the day. I am so tired. I've made some coffee to be able to keep going because I still have a lot to do. I want to try to get this all done today. I'm only off on the weekends and a lot ahead of me. If you do not like nasty, bloody looking stuff, then go ahead and turn this video off. It is not a video for you. You are not going to like what is seen in this video. So we will start with the livers. These are chicken livers. This is what a whole entire chicken liver looks like. And this one here, I've actually made some cuts on it accidentally, not meaning to, but that's totally fine. What I'm doing with these livers is I'm going to cut them up into little pieces, smaller than that, more like this here. And I'm going to put them in my dehydrator and dehydrate those, give those to my mom, and she's going to use those as dog treats. Same thing for the hearts and stuff like that. So I've got a whole bowl over here that I've got to prepare and get into my dehydrator for her. Some people feed them raw to their pets. Some people dehydrate them, use them as treats. If you plan to do that, consult a veterinarian. Make sure your veterinarian agrees that it is okay for you to feed it to your particular pet. Depending on their condition, they may or may not need or be good for them. Livers are very high in iron, so humans can consume them as well. We don't eat liver. I don't like liver. They can be used as fishing bait. They can be used in traps to trap predators and all different kinds of stuff that you can do with chicken liver. These are the gizzards. I was going to dehydrate those and give those to her as snacks for the dog as well. I have decided that I do not want to clean them out, so I have decided to just put those in the freezer, and I'm going to use those as fishing bait at a later time. Here is what the inside of a gizzard looks like. Not very pretty, but that is where the chicken grinds up its feed to be able to use as nutrients for its body. So those will be fishing bait for the next fishing trip that we take. And then the last thing that I'm in the process of making is bone broth. In this pot, which is my big stock pot that I used when I used my shrink wrap bags today to process my chickens. I have the chicken feet that I've blanched and roasted. The necks as well, also blanched and roasted those. I've added onions, celery, garlic, and carrots, which it looks like all my carrots have sunk to the bottom. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 12 all the way up to 24 hours, and I'll keep an eye on it and just kind of see how much longer it needs after that 12-hour marker. Kind of varies depending on how much you're making and how you're making it. This can be done in a crock pot. This can be done in an Instapot. I'm just trying to make a very large batch, so I am using this big, huge stock pot. I had some extra chicken bones that I've been saving in the freezer, and I've thrown those in there also. So this is going to be a very large batch of bone broth, and I plan to freeze it actually. I'm going to put it into mason jars. When you freeze bone broth or freeze any type of liquid, you've got to make sure that you don't fill your jar too full, because when it freezes, it will expand and could bust your jar or anything that you're putting it in. But that is what we are doing with the excess parts of the chicken. I try to use every piece of the chicken possible. I did throw away the skin, the feathers, the intestinal parts, and the heads. There are ways to use those. The heads can be used for bone broth as well. I don't particularly like the idea of boiling brains and eyeballs, so I do not use those in my bone broth. But those can be used in traps to trap predators. They can be used as and I can't even think of the name of it right now, like the chum buckets that you throw out to attract fish, turtle traps, all different kinds of stuff. You can get very, very creative if you want to absolutely utilize every single piece of the chicken. It can be done that you don't have to throw anything away. There's something out there that you can use it for. But that wraps up this portion of what I'm doing with the excess pieces of the chicken. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe.